All right. Well, like Justin Time said last week, eBay continues to be a mystery. It's a little slow, little slow, ho hum, okay, and then like a random $500 Tuesday. I don't know. Don't make sense to me. Let's take a look. Bolin, Aquila Flats Trading Post, Deming, New Mexico. Chrome postcard, $4.46. Bolin's Angela Flats. Not Aquila Flats. Aquila Flats? Aquila Flats. There you go. $4.46. You got this one, Arch Rock, Mackinac Island. Mackinac, Michigan. There we go. $1.75. Portrait of Theobald von Bethmann Hallwig. $8.96. World War I era. Western Hills Motel, Reno, Nevada. $2.66. 3576 South Virginia Street. What's there now? I was just in Reno multiple times. Nothing is here. It's a parking lot. Is that the J? Oh, that's Atlantis. Okay. I know exactly where this is. There's a little mall thrift store that I went to that was right. There's the Atlantis. Gotta go this way. There's the thing. Alright. If we keep going this way, there's the place. Town Mall with a little thrift store. I actually posted from there. Inside here. Because I had a bitch of a time finding the Sierra View Library. Because I had to go use internet. There you go. $266 for that one. And Robert Scott painting of a deer in the woods also sold for $266. Big money postcards, let me tell you. I actually was in Reno. I think I put it on Instagram. I definitely put it on Facebook. I was. It was before I went into Burning Man. It was after my first flight home. And or wait, was I waiting for my first flight home? I forget the timeline. But anyways, the power went out in downtown Reno. I was on the floor, casino floor of the El Dorado, and like all the lights just go down for about 1 second, and then everything comes back up a second later. And I was right next to the pit, and I swear to God, like this is what happened. Lights go down, lights come up. I'm like, holy shit. I was expecting like the scene out of Ocean's 12 where basically the same thing happens and everyone just goes ape shit and starts stealing shit, and none of that happened. Lights go down, lights come up. I look over and the pit boss, they stop dealing for a minute. The pit boss does one of these, looks up, walks over to his dealers, gives them a nod, and they keep dealing. Like, literally, probably stopped the action for 30 seconds. the slot machines, on the other hand, all got disconnected from their servers. And what happened was everyone started trying to cash out as soon as their things came down and they started coming back on again. And what would happen is it would trigger a automatic hand pay. So a slot person on the floor would have to come out and pay anybody cashing out by hand. Now, if you've been in a casino, you know that they tend to have a lot of slot machines. Now imagine hundreds of slot machines. Now every single person who's on one of those slot machines wants to get paid. So there was just hundreds of stranded gamblers sitting at slot machines playing the hand pay payout music, which is the it's like this old west do 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 do. Hold on, I bet I can find it. And it was the weirdest thing in the world because it was all the same music. Coming from like 100 different directions. If you've never heard jackpot music in a casino, this is what it is. It's either that or this. Or now imagine that there is just, and there's like an old west version of the same thing. Now, how is that for some uncanny timing? Start talking about. So, anyways, the dissonance of hearing hundreds of machines playing the same song, but not in time, was so eerie and weird. Yeah. But yes, mostly I was disappointed that there was not a rush on the casino. Because that would have been much cooler. Alright. We got some stuff to ship. Sold this Bob Ross shaped playing card set. I got this out of the bins, so I've got pennies into it, and it sold this morning for $5.36. Which, hey, that ain't bad. It was like I said, it was a randomly very good day of sales yesterday. The big casino, the cards were shut down for 5 minutes. The slot machines, I think, were shut down for the night. Because I left and came back and they were still down. And all up and down Virginia, which is where the famous sign is in Reno, the biggest little town, blah blah blah. Whole thing shut down, lights off. Reno with the lights off is a very strange place. Reno in general, not my favorite city in the country, to be honest. Alright, sold this aviation book. This came from the big book lot. $17.95. Daju im Zweiten Weltkrieg. It's about German planes, I'm gonna guess. The book is also in German, so I'm really just guessing. I feel like it's a pretty good guess, though. So in other news, talked about my car and the 4-year-old plus toll fees that I had to pay, $700, before I could get my car registered. I called them up, and I called the AVR, or the automated attendant, whatever you want to call it. And it turns out they have a one-time forgiveness program, and the $700 toll bill with fines and all that stuff, I ended up having to pay only $100, and I'm going to get my car registered this morning. So that was pretty sweet. Alright, next I sold this duffel bag. Let's get a couple of buster hairs on it. This is a large California State University Maritime Academy duffel bag. I believe these are required for attendance. This is like the Coast Guard University. You have to have these to go on a ship. I don't want to unfold it. It's big. It's huge. It's sold. I got this several years ago. It's been listed since October 2022. And I took an offer on this. Put it in one of these for $150. Plus shipping. The buy them new is close to like $300. And there's only one place you can buy them online new. And I knew this would eventually sell. It was just a matter of when somebody was entering into the academy and was like, hey, I wonder if there's a way for me not to spend $300 on a duffel bag. And it took 2 years, but it did happen. Yeah, I'd say $600 on a one-time forgiveness. And what's weird is, like, I don't even know, like, I will be 100% honest. I have no idea where these tools may have come from. I have no recollection of driving through a toll booth without paying, or over a bridge without paying. All of them were from like 2020 and 2021, and I've always just like stopped at the booth when I go over the Tacoma Narrows Bridge and paid the toll. So like I didn't have enough. I couldn't even contest it. Like, let's do one more. Also in good news, on Monday I showed you guys the crazy tracking on that lighter. I ended up opening a case with USPS, and yesterday it was delivered. So another small victory. Next up, sold a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Marvel superhero Blu-rays. For $20. What did they get? Well, they got Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Thor Ragnarok, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, The Avengers, and The Avengers Age of Ultron. And thank you. Oh, and in other minor win news, I randomly got a message from my on Facebook Messenger of all places from my uncle, who I haven't spoken to in, I don't know, 10 years? 15 years? It's been a while. I talked to his wife more than I've spoken to him. But anyways, apparently my dad's aunt died. And my uncle was the executor of her estate. And I'm coming into a small sum of money because my dad was the heir, but since my dad passed away last year, now me and my brothers are the heirs, and each of us have a sum of around $300 coming our way before taxes. But hey, unexpected aunt who I didn't know existed. So that I have to go get some letter notarized today and get that taken care of. But hey, I'll take it. I had to test my uncle when he messaged me. I'm like, I had to ask him a question that only he would know, because I'm like, this is pretty much exactly how scams start. So I need to ask, I need to make sure you're actually you before I start giving out any information. He passed. It was him. And then basically when I messaged my brothers about it, the first question was our aunt a Nigerian prince? I was like, I already My thoughts exactly. My brothers and I have very similar brains sometimes. We're very different people, but we have very similar senses of humor. I mean, I'm not going to stay in a haunted house for $300. If I'm going to stay in a haunted house, it's probably going to be for free. Just to see what the fuck. Alright. So our last item sold for $114.25 plus almost as much money in shipping. Jesus Christ, that's 8 pounds, 18, 18, 18. Yeah, that's about right. What's it going to be UPS? A lot less. Alright. Here we go. It is this Smith Victor photography camera. Or photography light, I should say. It's got this big ass bulb in here that I need to get out. I got that a couple years ago from a friend of mine, and man, am I glad to have that shelf space. That was taking up a lot of room. Alright, I think this could work for that. It's a big ass light bulb. We are just gonna double the fuck out of I think the light bulb is probably the thing that needs to be protected the most on this. Oh, it's the best. Fucking Struggle Bus Express over here. Alright, that's that. Nope. I don't think that's gonna work. It might. We can do two of them. That one. Yep, we're doing two. We're just gonna Frankenbox it. Same thing. Second verse, same as the first. The one thing I didn't think of. Height. I think we're going to be okay because we're going to double it. Yep. We'll be okay. It actually works out great because I've got to go to the UPS store to get notarized anywho. Alright, so what we're going to do, just to give this extra protection, is we're going to go that way. And then still might not be big enough. We're gonna make it work. First of all, let's get some of that down. Alright, I feel good about that. That can stay right there. Really, this is just fucking awkward city. Void fill in there. That's not good. This is gonna look really weird, but by the time it's done, it'll be fine. Step 1, make a box. Step 2, make a hole in the box. Fun, weird shipping challenges. That's what we're all about here. Probably the only time I will ever ship one of these things. Could I have used a bigger box? Maybe. But you know what? Once you're halfway down a shipping rabbit hole, you just gotta keep going and cover your mistakes with tape. All right. We're going to get one more little spot here. That actually ended up a lot better than I thought. That's pretty darn good. It's got... Let's talk about this box's features. It's got quadruple thickness on the two sides that are actually touching the cardboard. Solid as fuck. The light bulb is right under here, so it's got an entire buffer layer, as well as this buffer layer covering just the top of the thing. I think this is the box for you. If I can find my measuring stick. That's enough commentary off of you, fart toy. Alright, 17 by 18 by 16. Buster Wiley, he doesn't like the box either. And the weight £8. I was on the money on the weight. I'm almost done. Just chill out. I mean, you could set anything to the immigrant song. Point point made. Terrible recording. It's just staticky. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, that's all. We ship the things we ship. Buster is in need of some treats or attention or both. I'm off to go register my car and get my inheritance, baby. All right, everybody. That was just a terrible recording of that particular mashup, which is unfortunate. But whatever. We'll be back tomorrow if something sells. Something usually does, though. Catch you on the flip flop. Peace out. Bye. Bye. I said bye.